Let's start right there with Brock Purdy, because I think that's, that's the center of this offseason is what's that contract extension going to look like? When's it going to get done? Is it going to get done? The Niners, according to Mayoko, made an offer. It's sitting. Brock's people know it's there. And according to Mayoko, they haven't accepted the offer. And maybe more importantly, they won't accept the offer. He made it seem like the offer's there. Purdy's camp isn't going to take that offer right now, but isn't going to take that offer in the future. So tomorrow is day one, Grant, of phase one of the OTAs. That's not field work, but it's the beginning of the offseason program. Some people think that's the deadline for the Purdy contract. Silver said there has been some progress on the Purdy talks, and he basically said, he kind of opined that if Purdy shows up tomorrow, Grant, that maybe that means that Parag and Kyle Strongen are real close on a deal. And if he doesn't, maybe there's significant obstacles between the two sides reaching an agreement. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think we knew that. No offense to Mike. I mean, I think we knew that they've made some progress, and it'd be nice if Mike could tell us if he's coming or not. It seems like Purdy hasn't maybe made up his mind yet if he's coming or not. And if he's watching, I would say, Brock, you need to show up. You need to be there. You're the leader of this team, supposedly. If you want to show the organization that you're the franchise guy, you got to be there. Fred Warner's going to show up. He wants an extension too. All this holding out stuff, I really don't like. And I feel like the Niners brought it on themselves by allowing player after player after player to not only hold out, but then win the negotiation at the very end. And this is going to keep happening to them year after year, even from players who seem like they're church choir boys. I mean, it's gonna keep happening, because why wouldn't you do this? If you're from an agent's perspective, it worked the last 4 years in a row. So the Niners eventually going to have to break this pattern, put their foot down and say, no, if you hold out, we're trading you. So I don't know if the Niners have it in them to actually make a bold move like that, but Brock, George, if they threaten to not come to OTAs because of money, if they threaten to hold up this season too, after what happened last season with the holdouts, I'd trade him.
We're going to get to that in a second. But as far as what's on the line, I mean, as far as, why do you want that? I mean, I guess what's on the line if Purdy and Kittle, for whatever reason, don't show tomorrow? Because basically from looking at Silver's report, Silver says, hey, Fred Warner doesn't have a deal, wants one, but is going to show up, and they haven't even started that. That Kittle wants a deal and is likely not to show up, and he didn't seem like he knew if Brock would show up. What's the importance or the significance of Purdy and Kittle being there tomorrow?
PrizePicks is sponsoring the Cohn Zone this year. PrizePicks is the leader in daily fantasy and the best place to win cash while watching sports. And the best part about the app is it's really easy to use. To create a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few players' stats. I'm a Niners guy. So, when I'm doing PrizePicks, I'm looking, the last couple of years, I'm looking at Deebo Samuel, because I know Deebo Samuel better than Deebo Samuel knows Deebo Samuel. So if it's like drops, I'm taking more. Or if it's like punches thrown towards his long snapper on the sideline during the fourth quarter of a game, the 49ers will go on to win, I'm smashing more because I know the 49ers and I'm a PrizePicks guy. Now, maybe they didn't have those exact plays, but they have so many plays that'll make your head spin. And you can play PrizePicks in over 40 states, including California and Texas. Best part about it is the new user offer. PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. So win or lose, you'll get $50 just for playing. That sounds like a win to me. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, to claim your $50 today. Tell them Grant sent you. Great question. The Niners went through this last year. This played out last year. Ayuk held out. Trent Williams held out. Those were two big ones. And then the Niners had this awful season. And afterwards, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch said, well, you know what? We never really got off on the right foot. Training camp wasn't really what we wanted. The offseason training program wasn't what we wanted, because when your best players aren't there, it's tough for the rest of the team to really lock in and take it as seriously. I mean, it's basically, you're saying it's not as important because major competitors aren't here. So it seemed like if you're going to have a bounce back season, what they wanted to do this year was get everyone on the field for OTAs to have a serious off. I mean, Kyle talked about at the owners' meetings. What we want to do is not just think about getting back to the overtime of the Senior Bowl. It's take every day seriously in the offseason. Even Brock said, hey, I want to get this done as soon as possible so I can be there when the offseason starts. You can't let this happen 2 seasons in a row unless you don't really care about the outcome this year. I don't know. I mean, maybe they're not ready to trade these two and really take a hard line, but if you got to do it eventually with some player at some time, otherwise it's going to happen next year and the year after that.
The Niners have a stated deal of being ruthless. You know, they want to be ruthless in negotiations, and I don't know what that exactly means. And I don't know if they know what that means, but that's their stated goal. We need to be more ruthless, more calculating, more cutthroat, colder, more tied to the facts and not tied to any kind of emotion and this and that. And yet then in the same offseason, they say that they have this tap dance thing with their fullback, who's clearly in the twilight at best of his career. And they didn't seem too ruthless with the fullback.
They were ruthless with the linebacker for sure.
They were ruthless with Greenlaw, but they weren't ruthless with Juice, were they?
Nope. It seems like if you're one of the guys, I don't know. It just seems like there's a bunch of divas on the offense. Sorry to use the D word, but Debo's gone, but Debo was a diva. Ayuk held out. Kittle held out. Purdy's might hold out. I mean, I guess Juszczyk didn't hold out, but it just seems like everyone's so precious on the offense. Meanwhile, on the defense, Warner wouldn't do it. Bosa did, and then everyone else is freaking expendable. I don't understand, because to me, when the Niners are really good, it's when their defense is really good. Their offense is always like complimentary, but God forbid one of these guys gets taken off the team. I mean, oh my God.